to our senior national correspondent, Brian.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mandy, how are you? Okay. Got Mandy here. Who else we got here today? Folks, our weather has changed so quickly, it's unbelievable. Cloudy skies and overcast like crazy. There's my buddy Cream. How are you, Cream? What are you doing? All right? You know, folks, let's talk a little bit here about Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy. Okay? I think the FBI know an awful lot more than what they are telling us. Okay? They do have some videos, all right, of somebody that they've been showing on television. And, you know, it seems to keep going back to Savannah's sister's husband, all right? Huh? And, Mandy, do I have to make you a moderator every time? I don't know. Let's see. Huh? No, I don't. Okay, you're a moderator. All right, we got Mandy here doing some moderating for me. Okay? Uh, Folks, you keep hearing the name of the brother-in-law. I did a little bit, just a light research. Found out he's Italian. All right, his name is Tommaso Cioni. All right, he's originally from Italy and has worked as a science educator, sixth grade and AP biology in Tucson. And he and Annie Guthrie been married since 2006. 20 years they've been married. And it was Tommaso and Annie were the last people to see Savannah's mother, Nancy Guthrie, before her disappearance on the 31st. So that's the latest update that I have, but I think they're getting close. And I think we all should say a prayer. Hope that this lady is still alive, okay? As I said, I feel it's somebody close to the family. This is, I normally don't come on at noon. I normally go at 11. And I'd like you folks to leave me a comment. What time do you think I should be doing my show? All right? You prefer 11 or maybe later, maybe in the afternoon? All right? Okay? Yeah, they got the video of some person. The family could have hired somebody. There's a lot of possibilities. I really, I never seen anything like this. But you know, I was the first one to start talking about this Bitcoin. If you all recall, I'm the first one, all right? And with all the news that's been going on every day about this disappearance of Savannah's mother, it's put a lot of ideas into a lot of people's hands of how to do illegal activities and be paid in Bitcoin, and nobody knows who they're paying. Now, folks, what kind of currency is that? Okay? First of all, I don't believe in it. I know some of you do. That's your privilege. I don't believe in Bitcoin. I still believe in the old-fashioned United States currency, okay? Where I could, if I have it, I can go spend anywhere I want, okay? 12 for Ukraine, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? Thank you, Mandy. I tell you, I woke up this morning, I feel great. I had to go to UPS, I had to send back this, I don't recall it, a wand that I hold my cell phone on. So when I go out to people's homes, all right, I could, hold it up and try to see over the fence so we could see the houses. But the one I bought, I mean, Jesus Christ, everything you gotta be a tech person for everything. I just want a simple thing that I could put my phone on the end, hold it over, okay? So I'll find one. I might have to go to the Apple store. But the good thing, when I went in there, I was talking with the people at UPS. And when I told them I was 81 years old, there were 3 people. They just looked. They didn't believe it. And I sat and I said, well, how old do you think I am? Okay? And they said, 60. Well, that made me very happy, folks. Tell me, what age, if you looked at me, you didn't know me, what age do you think I would be? Please, be honest, okay? I appreciate it. I could take it, okay? And we got some of you people drinking last night, huh? What are you partying for over there? Somebody drank a whole bottle or something last night. Oh my God. Folks, let's talk about immigration, seriously. This is nothing new, okay? This is nothing new for the United States on immigration. Our country was built on immigrants. But the people they don't like immigrants. They never have. They don't want none of us here. Immigration, defined by debates over volume and legality, have existed in the United States since the late 18th century, becoming a consistent multi-century challenge. See how long it's been going on? And these morons that we vote in the office can't do a damn thing about it. Okay? You know why? Because they're prejudiced. All right? They didn't want us Italians coming to this country. No. Okay? They were very racist against it. They didn't want the Irish, the Polish, the Germans, the Japanese, the Chinese. It goes on, and now they don't want the Spanish. Okay? But yet, folks, we are the people to make this country. All right? But they don't want us. Still don't want us. All right? And forgive me, and I don't want to hurt. All right? Yeah, the Cajun, the French. You're right, my friend. Okay? They have been prejudiced. The white wasp. That's what I call them, wasp. WASP. All right? All right, the public debate has persisted for over 50 years, with significant policy challenges recurring since the 1870s and 1920s. The late 18th, 19th century, early Chad, the Alien Friends Act of 1798 was the first to authorize deportation, while the late 19th century saw federal courts start managing immigration. This is explained in the Wikipedia article, which I did not All right? The Immigration Act of 1970 and the Immigration Act of 1924, Johnson-Reed Act, were passed to limit immigration from specific regions, Southern and Eastern Europe and Asia, as detailed in the Wikipedia article on the 1924 Immigration Act. So, folks, you see the countries that they said? Everything it told you, all the countries I mentioned are in there. Illegal immigration became a major sustained political focus in the 1970s, explained on the Justice for Immigrants website. This area included the 1986 Immigration Reform and Control Act to address unauthorized status as detailed in the Population Reference Bureau report on immigration. Recent decades, 2000 to 2000, repeated failed attempts at comprehensive reform. In 2006, folks, that's 20 years ago, all right? In 2013, highlight ongoing legislative deadlock over enforcement. That's our Congress and our Senate, okay? They can't come up with a plan of how to handle it. Yes, we have illegals come in. They come in under the Asylum Act, a lot of them. They're given a court date, and most of them never go to court because that court date is so far off. Look, I just had a case which I had to go to court. You know when that 2027, and this was last year. This was last year, the beginning of last year. They gave me a court date of February 2027. I said another year, okay? And that's how jam-packed our court system is. So don't blame the immigrants here, okay? Because a lot of them want to become citizens. There's a right way to do it. There's a wrong way to do it, all right? But those who want to become citizens and do it the right way. But then there's only a number of those that are allowed also. So we have so many laws and regulations here in the United States. That's all they keep doing is making different laws. All right, different laws. They want to put you and me in jail, but these laws don't pertain to them. Okay? And I don't know about you folks. I'm sick and tired of it. All right? Because I've experienced these laws in courtrooms. I know what they are. All right? Thank you, Good Day Cooking. Hit that like button, folks. Why are you so fucking lazy you can't hit the like button, okay? You know, I come here to give you content that you're too lazy to research yourself. I don't know why I'm doing it anymore. I don't make any money doing this, okay? Don't think I'm making money, folks, okay? And I don't care if I make money or not. I'm going to keep giving you information you don't know. Because none of you studied history when you were in school. Did you study it? Probably not. All right? You probably don't know also, and I want to throw this in there. Tomorrow, Donald Trump's boss is coming back to visit him. His boss. I'm not going to give the name. I want to see if any of you could figure out who Donald Trump's boss is. He's visited the White House in Mar-a-Lago more than any other world leader. It's like every other week he's here, giving Trump his directions on what to do. You could bet that after this meeting tomorrow, Trump is going to do something about Iran. We, the United States, might end up in a war. And why? Because if we end up in a war, that distracts the rest of us from everything else that this administration is doing. Okay? You will forget about the Epstein file. You'll forget about immigration. You'll forget about the economy. You will forget everything. You got it right, Premium. That's the name. All right? You got it right there, buddy. Look at Premium. He put the name of Trump's boss. Okay? Don't believe me? Do your research and figure it out. Okay? And you got to admit one thing. All right? That country has the best intelligence in the world. They had the Mossad. The Mossad answers to only one person, nobody else. They answer directly to Netanyahu. And they gather information much differently than our CIA. They do it in a lot of different ways, folks. Okay? Some by getting dirt on people. They love having dirt on people, especially billionaires. This way they can control them. That's how they control. You see all these billionaires on the Epstein file, but you don't see the name. You know they're there. They show some names. Nothing's going to happen to them, folks. Nothing. And that's pathetic. All right? Pam Bondi is the weakest head of the Department of Justice that we've ever had. She's a kiss-ass. Kiss-ass. Trump wanted only loyal people around him. But he controls those loyal people through fear. Okay? They don't need $1 billion to be in that position. All right? Mark Carney is scheduled to visit President Trump on Tuesday. Well, today's Tuesday. Is that today? All right. Who is Mark Carney? Yeah, they don't care about the victims. Are you kidding me? They don't care about us. All they want to do, they want to rig the voting system so that you vote, they get all the votes. Trump is still crying about the election he lost. Why is he still crying? Why is he still trying to prove that he won it? When his cabinet members, when his Department of Justice said he lost it fairly, okay? But yet he cries about it every day. Folks, I don't like crybabies, and I don't like people that kiss ass, okay? And you shouldn't either. There's so much I could be talking here all day long, folks. I might just pick a day. I might come on here and go live for the entire day about every single thing, all right, that our Congress, our Senate, our President promises and they don't do. I don't care where you live, who your congressman is, who your senator is. They are lying to you. They only want your vote. That's all they care about, okay? They are all multimillionaires. And they all say they're going to do something to the economy so you can have $10 extra in your pocket. Why, they are pocketing millions. But Trump took it to a different level. He's pocketing billions. If you haven't yet subscribed, what the hell are you waiting for? All right? It's about the corruption. Yeah, they create the corruption. They have created the divided states of America. We're no longer the United States of America. It's all bullshit. You can see, folks, I get pissed off at this yet. You know why? Because we, the American people, are stupid. We are the dumbest nation in the world. You don't believe me? Check around other countries, okay? Yes, Avery, he's as smart as what? Tell me how smart he is. He's smart at making money. I'll give him that credit. He's smart at conning people. I voted for him. I believed him. I'm an idiot too, okay? No, I'm not conservative. I'm a no-party affiliate, okay? I don't join nothing, okay? Our country, our Constitution, when those old men created it, they created it so that we be divided. Trump didn't start this. Obama didn't. Not Biden, not George W. Bush. All right? None of them. This started when those old men who didn't even know what the hell of a light bulb was, okay? They didn't know nothing about what we're doing today, but we're living by what they wrote. All right, Trump want to do away with the Constitution. If you really pay attention, folks, to what the hell he's doing, you will see, you're going to say, God damn it, Ori was right. Okay? Then you will see someday, and you're going to come back and say, God damn, that old man Ori was right. Thank you, man. All my love. You know, folks, I love you all. That's the reason I come here. Okay? Huh? He doesn't, Jim Rat? Well, you haven't been paying attention. You haven't been listening to him. He even said it a long time ago. All right? Oh, by the way. All right? Do you know that he's reported Jeffrey Epstein, all right, to the police department in Palm Beach many years ago? Yeah. And then he comes back and says, I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein. But yet, they got a recorded conversation of him talking to the police chief, all right, about Jeffrey Epstein and the bad things Jeffrey Epstein was doing. Okay? Folks, when you going to stop believing these people? When? Who kicked Trump out of Mar-a-Lago? He kicked Trump out of Mar-a-Lago. There's another thing going on, folks. People are suing Meta and YouTube because their children are seeing too much stuff. Me, I think Meta and YouTube should be suing the parents for allowing the children, giving phones and spoiling their children. You know what ages these kids are getting phones? Ages 8 to 10 years old. Folks, there's a scoop on the next block. From my kitchen window, I could see the kids going to school in the morning. They walk there. You'll see a group, 4 or 5 kids, walking, going to school, looking at their phones. What the hell are they doing? They're not talking to each other. They don't know how to talk to each other. Do I blame the kids? No, I blame the parents. All right? That's who I blame. What race? They're white. They're white, they're black, they're brown, they're all colors. It don't make a difference. And then the parents say, oh, let's see, oh, here's some potential risk. Tell me, folks, listen to this carefully. Potential risk of early ownership. Studies have shown that owning a smartphone before age 13 is associated with a higher likelihood of issues with sleep, depression, and lower mental well-being, suggesting that delaying ownership may be beneficial. I think maybe 16, 17 years old. Yeah, after they graduate high school, okay? Let them learn to talk to people. Let them learn to communicate. Let them have fun. Folks, I grew up without phones, without computers. My parents knew what we were doing. We were out there on the street. We were playing stickball, kick the can, playing with our friends in the neighborhood. We're having a good time. We knew each other. In today's world, they don't know each other. All right? No, I wasn't in World War II. Vietnam, idiot. Okay? Thank you, Angelo. Is that Angelo? Yeah. All right? It's dangerous to play any place. Dangerous to play on the street. So you play in your backyard. Okay? Oh my God. What stupid reasons people come up, all right? Oh, it's dangerous to play on the streets. Play in the alley. Play in your backyard. You got a backyard? All right? Play in the, you got a school near you? Play in the back. Have your kids play there. All right? Now, you want to have a phone so you can look at your phone, know where your kid is while you're playing some game on your phone. Okay? Mandy, don't tell people to give me super chat no more. All right? Forget about it. Okay? I got a different type of crowd here. All right? I'm not interested. Mandy, I appreciate you doing that and trying to help there. Okay? I can make more money in my sleep than come in here. But some of you folks do listen because you write me and you tell me, all right? Yeah, everything is, we're being surveilled, doesn't make a difference, okay? Unfortunately, folks, if America was really smart, they'd all throw away their cell phones, all right? Put AT&T, put out iPhone, they'd all go out of business. They had nobody to buy these phones. I said, do you think you could eat an entire roti? You don't understand what they're doing to you, do they, folks? See? Our government knows what you and I are doing every minute of the day. They know what we're doing when they're sleeping, okay? Yeah, when you're sleeping. You don't have to take the SIM card out of the phone. Maybe you shut your phone off, it don't make a difference. They still know what you're doing, all right? You have no idea the technology that our United States government has and how they track us, know what we're doing, okay? And that's what they want. And that's how they control us. Yeah, folks, our government is controlling us when we should be controlling our government. But the problem is, we, the people, are now divided just like they wanted us to be, okay? So now that we're divided, we can't come together to make this world a better place. It's up to us, all right? But people want to be red or blue, okay? Red or blue they vote. How stupid is that? Read some of the comments. The U.S., that's what I said, my friend. The U.S. has always been divided. That's how they built the Constitution. When it became Democrat, Republican, that's when they divided us, right there. That's why I'm a no-party affiliate. And most of you don't even know what a no-party affiliate is, because when you register to vote, you don't really see it. They don't make it that prevalent for you to see it. It's prevalent for you to see Republican, Democrat, Independent, okay? But up there's a little check mark. No party affiliate. And that's what I checked. It's there, folks. But people don't read today either. People just don't read. A lot of people don't know how to read. You know why? Because they're on their phones. Yeah, walk down the street. Look at everybody walking down the street. They all think they're important because they're texting with somebody, they're playing a game, okay, doing something on their phone. To them, that's more important than what's going on around them. They don't care. They don't know. They don't listen. Savoy Mitchell, 33 never voted. Well, that's something that all of us should do, okay? Because we don't have anybody good to vote for. All right? And each party wants to do what they want to do. They redistrict areas just so they can get more people to vote their way. Yeah, folks. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Folks, hit that like, subscribe, okay? My favorite kind of car, the one that gets me from here to there, okay? Midterms, all about the middle class. These midterms are going to say a lot, folks, okay? Right now, the way it looks, the GOP is going to get demolished, okay? And that's the way it normally goes in history anyways, all right? But you know what Trump, along with President Stephen Miller and President Steve Bannon are doing in the background? They're trying to figure out how Trump does not ever leave office. All right? That's what they're trying to do. Listen to Steve Bannon. You listen to a guy that doesn't take a shower, doesn't change his clothes, doesn't even know what a washing machine is? Take a look at him. I wouldn't want to stand next to him. He's got a smell. Okay? Stephen Miller, the president of Denmark, was calling him an idiot, okay? Because he wants to take over Greenland. Do you know we used to have over 30 military bases there? And now we're down to one? It's not that they said we had to get rid of them. It's that we took them back. Folks, we had the right to do anything we wanted in Greenland. Anything. You're right, PNJ. Trump can't keep his big fat mouth shut. Yeah, he's got to make. He didn't like all right. He didn't like the Super Bowl. All right, didn't like with Bad Bunny. He didn't like Bad Bunny. Oh, but he liked the Tupac, the Charlie Kirk thing. I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was until he died. Okay? And I don't give a shit about his wife, Erica. Okay? But obviously they become a big organization. Okay? So now you got the Super Bowl. 135 million people watched it. Okay? But they did their own halftime that a small group of people did watch. All right? They call it Tupa whatever. Okay? I don't know what it is. TPUSA, something like that there. All right? And they had 25 million people. Well, 135 million is a lot more than 25 million. Okay? There's another, okay? They say they're doing good things under the thing of religion. They all want to go under religion. And that they're above the law. They say they're for the law. They're above the law. okay? That organization. Using religion and sucking into people. Me personally, I just didn't like Bad Bunny. Is that his name? I just didn't like him grabbing his crotch all the time. Okay? Uh, but I guess the woman loved that. Okay? No, Fuzzy Wuzzy. I don't take that, buddy. But you do. Because you lazy. Because you're disrespectful. Okay? Let me tell you, folks, what the meaning of respect is. It's right here. You know where else it's at? It's in my website. Yeah, you can go to my website. How many of you people go to my website? How many people you really know who the hell I am? Not many of you. Who do I say? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my Savior. That's what I say. Okay? Yeah, how many folks ever go to anybody's website of anyone you listen to? Okay? I have a website. I have a very good website. You want to learn about who Ori Spado is? You want to learn how this man is 81 years old, all right, is still here, living on the streets, doing shit that you could never imagine I'd done, okay? Who said Jesus is not good? Get him out of here, okay? Get that guy out of here, Mandy. Thank you there. Hey, we got a smart man. Virginia, sorry. All right, Virginia, thanks you. Virginia did it the moment she heard me. She went to my website. See, there are some smart people around, okay? You think I just go into these things and listen to people? I want to know who I'm listening to. I want to know who they are, what they done. I make no qualms. I was a gangster, folks. I was a gangster. I'm 81. I'm here. I did my time in prison like a man. Like a man. I went to prison. I kept my mouth shut. I could look in the mirror every day. And I love that guy that I look at each and every day. You know why, folks? Because I listen. Loyalty, honor, and respect. Loyalty, honor, and respect. That's how I live my life. And if everybody believed in loyalty, honor, and respect, all of our lives would be much better. But the parents did never teach their children respect because the parents are no longer talking to their children because the parents are glued to their phones. You see, those phones in the hands of everybody makes everybody feel that they're very important. Folks, I said it a million times, I'll say it again. I'm no better than any of you. And you're no better than me. We're all the same. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. So, folks, let's do what we can. Do what you personally can do to make this world a better place. And begin by reading. You don't have to read my book, The Accidental Gangster. All right? Why don't you read Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill? Okay? There's a lot of good books you could read. But read so that you learn. Read history. History is so fabulous. Learn how the world was created. Read the Bible. Caleb, it's not a question of liking Trump or disliking him. It's a question of believing him or not believing him. Okay? Thank you, Allie. Allie read my book. Thank you. That's the question. Not liking or disliking. Trusting or distrusting. He was a businessman that became a politician. The moment he became a politician, that was the moment that when his lips move, he's lying. And that goes for every politician. I don't know of any that are not that way. So folks, I love you all. I want to thank you all for your support and all your love. All right? Remember, you can make this world a better place by doing something kind for somebody else today. Have a great day. All my love and respect to each and every one of you. Take care.